Hey everyone, my name is Jos, and I'm the co-founder and CEO at Remio. Remio helps companies maintain a productive culture and sense of camaraderie through team building activities in VR. Now, not all companies have these headsets, so we actually deliver a headset to each participant and then teleport everyone into this magical HQ that you see around you. Our journey actually started by building AR and VR productivity and collaboration tools. However, after testing it with our first couple of customers, we quickly realized that what they wanted was something completely different. Let me take you for a tour downstairs to show you exactly what customers have requested over the past 12 months. All right. So the first thing that customers requested was that given that VR gives you such an immersive experience, could we give them something that makes them bond better with their team, even though they're completely remote or in different countries? And that's exactly what we did. So we built a couple of these team building experiences that really gets a team engaged and have a lot of fun around a common goal. Now, the one thing that everyone, I'm sure, is aware of is that it's really difficult to get the same group of people into the same activity in VR. So that's the first thing we worked on, which is to get everyone in this HQ, and then from here they can walk into any of these doors and everyone's instantly teleported into the same activity. The second thing is teams come in different shapes and sizes, which means that their team building requirements are also way different. So for a start, we built our own activities, but obviously we're only limited to what we can create. And we definitely cannot keep up with demand, which is why we've started partnering with some other game developers to kind of port and click their software into the system. That makes it really easy for company teams, business teams, just to hop into the same room. For instance, take Topgolf here. If a team is already in the HQ, they can just all run into that Topgolf door and they're immediately into the same server there and can just continue hitting some shots. Now, after getting a couple of companies into this space, we started getting some other requests. For example, a company might want to do a quarterly update with their team before wrapping it up with some fun activities in VR. So let me take you to the conference room where they can do that. Yeah. So as mentioned, with a lot of these companies, they want to do a presentation to their entire team. So this is where they can kind of do that in the boardroom fashion. And then right after this session, they can all hop into whatever activity they want to do afterwards. Also, some sales teams came to us and they kind of mentioned that what they used to be able to do with customers before was to hop into the same room, do some whiteboarding, and then upsell their product to that customer or sell it to a new customer. However, they cannot do that anymore. So what they do now is they get us to send headsets to all of their customers, and then they hop into this room. They can present them something, and they can actually whiteboard some solutions out here, as you can see. All right. So the next thing I'll quickly run over that customers also requested is after a lot of their team ups in this space, they kind of want to jump into separate rooms just to do a little bit of like networking with smaller groups, which is why we've created these private rooms. Another thing some teams like to do in here, some of our longer term teams, is to do their daily stand-ups. So we've created the project planning room as well. And then finally, a big request from all of our long-term customers is they want an activity that people can do that doesn't take up all of your mental energy, so you can still have a conversation while doing it. Kind of like the VR equivalent of going for drinks together. And as a result, we've kind of created these experiences. So this one over here is basketball, which obviously doesn't require a lot of mental energy while you're just shooting some hoop. But also we have a yoga room, and we've got a lot of different toys and tools around the campus for people just to like casually play with. A really good example of this is also Pro Putt that I showed you before, where people can just go hit some golf balls and have a chat. So yeah, I would say, yeah, then there's one other thing that customers also requested quite a bit. One is to have privacy and security built into the system, the solution. So basically, each customer gets their own HQ like this, and they can customize it for themselves. And this runs on a completely separate AWS instance for them and is highly secure. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So then the last thing I just want to mention that really surprised us a lot is that with all of these corporate teams, the fun and kind of creativity that comes out of the teams is really, really unbounded, and very interesting to us. And that's kind of the main aim that we'll continue to try and support here, is just to enable way more of that. So I quickly want to thank you just for joining me on this tour, and yeah, checking out. Thank you.